good shot. Oh my!
Here to celebrate Georgetown! The Georgetown Raiders are Buckland Cup champions!
The Trenton Golden Hawks, the R. Hewitt Cup champions, are going to Coburn.
Back to Minerva. Shot scores! And the Coburn Cougars are the Royal Bank Cup champions!
Hockey fans around 16 Mile Creek have waited 9 years to hear it. Your Oakville Blades, OJHL Buckland Cup champions.
Well, after starting the season like a house on fire, the Wellington Dukes stumbled last week and they were looking to get back on track. This is the OJ Today. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. Joe Montezano joins me later on via Skype to have a chat. Also, we'll have a feature story on Matthew Soph, one of the top young players in the OJ this season. But first, OJ highlights. And the Wellington Dukes have been red hot this season and propelled themselves into a top 10 national ranking in the process. Over the first 3 months of the season, the Dukes lost just 3 regular season games, but suddenly, over the span of a week, they doubled that loss total. It was obviously by far their worst stretch of the season, and they were hungry to get things back on track when they visited the Georgetown Raiders last Saturday. The Raiders threw a wrench into those plans, though. OJ Highlights now brought to you by BioSteel. BioSteel, the official isotonic beverage of the OJHL. The Dukes came into Georgetown on a 3-game losing streak. They were hungry, and they draw first blood. Second frame, Quinn Hanna crushes it past Nathan Torkia on the power play. 1-0 Wellington. The Raiders respond, though. Nolan Dan one times the feed from Graham McCrory, and the 16-year-old rookie pumps it past Matt Dunsmore to tie it up. And then 6 minutes later, it's the Rook again, ripping it over the shoulder of Dunsmore, putting the Raiders up 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. In the third, they add some insurance, and it's off a beautiful passing play. Eric Russell to Nolan Lowe to Rice Chiddington, his first as a Georgetown Raider, and it's a biggie, as that made it 3-1 for G-Town, and that would prove to be insurance they would need. 4 minutes later, Dawson Ellis on the doorstep gets it to go to make it 3-2. Not enough on this day. Georgetown pulls off the big upset and adds to Wellington's woes as they extend their losing streak. The Stovall Spirit was hosting Pickering in a North Division tilt. All the scoring went down in the first. Luke Strickland, roof daddy past Brandon Bonello. 1-0 for the home squad. The Panthers hit back. The point shot hits a stick out front, and it goes past Damon Beaver. Braden Leaking with the tally, all tied up 1-1. Beaver had another huge game for Stovall, though. 29 saves on the day. That is the biggest. Getting down to deny Brett Benham on the breakaway. Second period, controversy. Grant Turner thinks he scored the go-ahead goal right there. The referee says it's a high stick. Look at this camera work by Joe Montezano of Fedora Films, though. That, my friends, is a perfect swing, I think. And yeah, should have counted. Beaver continues to shine at the other end, sprawling to make the save from in close there. Overtime solved nothing, as this one ends up as a 1-1 stalemate. Okay, the Collingwood Colts are chasing Stovall for first place in the North. They were in Aurora to face the Tigers, and the Herd break the ice just 2:16 in. Mad scramble. Nicholas Cerrone makes it 1-0 for the Colts right there. The Tigers respond, though. Sebastian Tamburo, an absolute rocket past Andrew Berwinski to tie it up 1-1. Just a $1:35 later, though, Collingwood hits again. A more scrambly play here. Tanner Tolliver finally tickling the twine to make it 2-1. Before the break, Sam Williamson sticks with it out front here and finally will just jam it past the keeper. The Colts would cruise the rest of the way and take it by a 5-2 count. Okay, the Toronto Patriots traveled southwest to take on the Chargers in Mississauga, and it's the home squad drawing first blood. Chargers on the PP. Nicholas Cordero tips it home to make it 1-0. Second period was a nightmare for the Chargers, though, with the game tied at 1. Connor Cole wristing it home to make it 2-1 Pats, and then Mateo Dixon The right place at the right time out front. Bats it past Jack Irvine to make it a 2-goal Pats bulge. Late in the frame on the power play, some gorgeous tic-tac-toe passing. Cole nabs his second, and Tirana just too much on this day as they down Mississauga by a 5-2 count. Okay, the Warrior Players of the Month brought to you by Warrior Hockey, the official hard goods supplier to the Ontario Junior Hockey League. In the Northwest, it's Burlington's Matt Giannini picking up the Player of the Month nod as the Burlington Cougar recorded 15 points, 10 goals, 5 assists. Great month for Matt. In the Southeast, it was Cole O'Hara continuing to excel for the North York Rangers. He's currently at the World Junior A Challenge for Team Canada East. 18 points in the month, 7 goals, 11 assists for Cole. Fantastic month. And the goalie of the month goes to Matt Dunsmore of the Wellington Dukes, who continues to be outstanding between the posts out east. Great stats this month as he goes 5-0-1-0, 943 save percentage, 1.62 goals against average as Matt captures the Goalie of the Month award. This portion of the OJ Today is brought to you by Q-Collar, official safety partner of the Ontario Junior Hockey League. Hey, welcome back to the OJ Today. More than any other season in recent memory, there's been a real youth movement in the OJHL. Cole O'Hara and Ryan Teverberg are just two examples of 17-year-olds leading their teams in scoring, which is a pretty rare occurrence in junior hockey. Well, Matthew Soph of the Mississauga Chargers has done them one better. He's leading his team as a 16-year-old. The dynamic young forward, who's a Kitchener Rangers prospect, has turned heads in his rookie season, and we take a closer look now at what he's meant to the Chargers.
Shot and a goal down the other way as he came in front. What a play from Matthew Soph. He seems to have one of these every game where you just go, wow.
Goals like that would be an impressive sight from a veteran junior hockey player, but Matthew Soph of the Mississauga Chargers is no vet. Rather, he's lighting up the OJHL as a 16-year-old rookie. For most of the season, he's been neck and neck with 19-year-old line mate Mateo Pecchia for the team scoring lead.
Yeah, we're kind of amazed at how he's excelling thus far this year. It's just game by game, he looks more confident, more comfortable out there. And it's just, there's no roof to his game this year. I think he can keep on growing, keep on excelling as a player and individual, and it's just going to help him in the long run.
Hard work, soft hands, and attention to detail are key reasons for Matthew's success this season, as is a hockey IQ you don't often see from a 16-year-old.
I try to bring 110% work ethic. I mean, see all aspects of the game. Try to play good in the 200-foot game, D-zone and O-zone.
You know, Matt brings a lot of offense, extremely skilled, high IQ. You know, away from the puck, I know he's working on that. That's what Kitchener wanted him to do, but he's been a real pleasant surprise. I think separates Matt from some of maybe the other 03s that are in the league is just his hockey IQ and his skill level is off the charts, and skates pretty well, but he's got a great stick and a great hockey mind. And you know, I don't know what the other 03s in our league are putting up, but I know that his skill really stands out to me in his high hockey IQ.
The player Soph has patterned his game after is a pretty good one, to put it mildly. 3-time Stanley Cup champion, 2016 Hart Trophy winner Patrick Kane.
I mean, I've loved watching him play ever since he was a rookie in the league. I mean, he's got amazing hands, a great power play guy, great, really accurate shot, and he brings a lot to the table. He's fast, shifty. I mean, I try to model my game after him.
Off the ice as well, Soph has made a positive impression on his new teammates.
If you banter with him, he'll give it right back to you, even though he's 16 years old. But he's definitely a well-liked guy in the dressing room, and we all respect him. We praise his work ethic, and definitely a guy you want in your team and in your locker room.
You know, he's a great kid, a hard-working guy, and you know, his dad was a pretty good player when he played too, and played in our league and I believe in university hockey, and been involved with the OHL as well. So comes from pretty good stock and a good family, and you know, we definitely see that.
Here lies the dilemma for Matthew. He's a 7th round draft pick of the OHL's Kitchener Rangers, his hometown team. So Major Junior is a possibility, but he's also drawn significant NCAA interest. This season, he's chosen to play in the OJHL to keep his options open, and he's in no hurry to make a decision.
Right now I'm just keeping my options open, and the OJHL has really helped me do that for sure, seeing schools and everything. Playing against older guys has really helped develop my game. Just the league is a very skilled league, very hard league to play in, so it's just really helped my development, as I said, and yeah, it's been a really good year so far.
Yeah, you know, Matt's the type of guy who's got good grades and that, and I know I talk to Kitchener, Mike Bucator, their director of player personnel, weekly about Matt. I know they watch all his games, so they're keeping a close tab. He's got some college options too, and you know, if you got good grades and you know, you're not sure you want to do, he's still got lots of time. But you know, wherever he goes, they're going to be happy to have him. That's for sure. I think sky's the limit for Matt. He's just, because of his skill and his hockey IQ, you know, he can take it to the next level for sure, and he definitely is in the right path for sure.
Okay, OJ commitments over the past week. Jack Lyons, the D-man for the Oakville Blades, has made his choice, and he will be a Canisius Golden Griffin. Jack committing to the school for the 2020-21 season to make his debut, and they're getting a good one, as Jack has been outstanding this year. 28 points in 26 games as an alternate captain for the Oakville Blades. And the CJHL came out with their top 20 rankings, and 4 OJ teams are now in there. Brooks leading the way still, but the Pats are at number 9 now. The Trenton Golden Hawks at number 12. The Oakville Blades sitting at number 15, and the Wellington Dukes, after suffering a bit of a losing streak, of course, now down to number 18 in the rankings. And 60-second Spotlight is brought to you by College Hockey Inc., official partner of the Ontario Junior Hockey League.
Tyler Flack, center, North York Rangers.
Flack on the breakaway, gain chase, makes moves, scores!
What I bring to the ice every night would be my compete level. I try to work my hardest every shift I'm out there. I try to be an energy guy for my teammates. I try to contribute offensively and defensively both ends of the ice. Two-way player who can be a leader on and off the ice for my teammates. For me, wearing the C is a huge honor, especially for this organization, coming from a long line of leaders. Just coming to the rink every day and having that responsibility to kind of show my teammates the ropes. This year, I think this team is going to surprise a lot of people. We're going to be a very competitive team. We are a lot younger, but we're going to come out with a lot of energy every night. I feel like we're going to shock some people with how hard we work.
Out in front, shot, scores! Tyler Flack!
This segment of the OJ Today is brought to you by Troy Hockey. Troy, the official apparel provider to the OJHL. Hey, welcome back to the OJ Today. At the midway point of the season, one of the best stories has been the Stovall Spirit, who are vying for first place in the North with Collingwood. And here to chat about what's been working so well for the Spirit is Joe Montezano, who films and does play-by-play, does pretty much everything for them as well. Joe, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Well, you've covered them. I mean, the Spirit, what's going on this year? They missed the playoffs 3 straight seasons, but they've had some huge wins so far this year, and they're right in the thick of the battle for first place in the North. So what's been working for them?
Coaching, number one, defensive play and forward play. Andrew Campoli's got this team working really hard, and We know Andrew Campoli from the Markham Royals. He was the assistant coach with them there, and now he's head coach of the Stovall Spirit. And this team, they've had great goaltending. We'll get into that later. But then their forwards, good balanced scoring, and then great defensive play. Additions of Martellacci's been helping out as well. So this is a good hockey team. They're good defensively and offensively, and that's always that's the way you win. That's the way you win in the league. Good offense and good defense. So right now, Campoli's got them rolling.
Good combo, no question about it. And I know you can't say good enough things about Damon Beaver. You've already kind of tipped your hand previously. You think he's the OJ's best goalie this season. What has Beaver meant to the Spirit this year?
All I can say to you is the hashtag leave it to Beaver, because he has been...
I do love that call when you make it. I do.
He's right now their MVP. The game against Pickering, I'm sure you're going to show those highlights. He was fantastic. That was a 1-1 game. They could have lost that game. They could have won that game. Both goalies were fantastic in that game, but Damon Beaver is stellar all season, making some big saves. He had 2 bad games, and that's why his goals against or save percentage are a little lower than the Georgetown goaltender. However, you take those 2 games away, he's the best goalie in the league. And I've been speaking to a lot of people, and a lot of people think Damon Beaver's right up there. And of course, he went to the All-Star game for that reason.
Yep.
He is the MVP of this team right now.
Yep. Connor May, who of course comes from good stock. His uncle is longtime NHLer Brad May. He's been leading Stouffville in scoring all season long. Tell us about Connor's game.
Connor May is a shifty forward, has an eye for the goal, good passing out there, great line mates with Strickland and Doggett, and we'll get into Doggett again.
Yeah.
But May is is a great player, a great leader out there, and he knows how to finish, and he knows how to get to the goal. And there's nothing more that you can say about Connor May. I almost said Brad May, but there's not much more you can say about Connor May. He's a good forward, and he knows what to do with the puck. And that's all you need out there. And he does come back defensively, which helps the defense and helps the team out. It's a team game there.
I was going to ask you if you had a chance to do the Mayday call yet, and you were giving me, what about that, apparently, because you did. And that
It was the afternoon game against Markham.
That was the week I didn't show the highlights of the Spirit.
Didn't.
So we're going to have to find that one and put it up, okay? But let's move on to a huge pickup for them this year, Holden Doggett, who, of course, helped Oakville win the Buckland Cup Championship. Last season, he's second in scoring on the Spirit this year. He's got a ton of experience. Tell us about Holden.
Holden's got eyes out there. He can see the ice. He's shifty as well, but he finds his teammates. And he's only got 6 goals, but 21 assists. And then you look at his line mates in May and Strickland, who got 13 and 15. Who's giving them the assists? It's Holden Doggett. Doggett is a heck of a player, and the other team's got to watch out for him because he can't score, but he's got the eye to find open guys on the ice, and it shows when his line mate's got 13 and 15 goals, 28 goals. He's got 21 assists, so he's got 6 goals, but his line mates have 28 goals for that line, so it's fantastic. Can't say more about Holden Doggett, but he can play.
Well, they're neck and neck right now with the Collingwood Colts, who have really upped their game under head coach Thomas Milne. Talk about the North, like how you see things going down to the wire. Is it going to be between 2 of those clubs, or do you see another club possibly moving up?
I don't know why when I come on the show I make bold statements.
You do make bold statements, but that's why we've got you here, Jeff.
And here's another bold statement, and I know I'm going to get harassed on Twitter again about this one, but the Pickering Panthers will finish second in North Division.
Okay, that's not outlandish, though. I mean,
No,
they played well,
but
yeah.
the way Pickering started, people will call it outlandish, but Pickering is... I saw them the last game they played Stouffville. They're a great team, and they can score, and they got good goaltending. Collingwood, to me, and I said this before, they are up and down. Yes, they got a new coach, but I still think they're up and down. I don't think they have the horses like Stouffville and Pickering has, and I think Markham will finish 4th. Collingwood will finish 3rd, Pickering 2nd, and Stovall 1st.
And you think, we had a chance to chat just a little bit before the broadcast, and Markham lately, you think there's a chance they could slide a bit more? You haven't really liked what you've seen there lately?
I think they're sliding. Honestly, I think they're sliding to the bottom. They'll finish above Aurora, but I don't think they'll finish higher than 4th in that division. Again, Jody's going to yell at me, Spencer's going to yell at me about this, but I see what I see. I've been to a few games. I've seen them play Stovall 3-4 times, and Stovall's been the better team, and they lost to Oakville. They lost to Aurora. They are sliding.
I love when you make bold predictions, man, because then everyone gets to give you know what on Twitter. It's great to see. So we'll see what the reaction is this time. But anyway, love having you on, man. Thank you so much for giving us your perspective, and we're going to do it again soon.
Yeah, for sure. And this time I'm going to at you when people come at me, all right?
Okay, definitely. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. More OJ today coming up in just a moment.
In front, shot, score! Oh, what a play! He danced around the goalkeeper. And Mayday! Connor May with number 2. And that's old to Rick Jenner.
This segment of the OJ Today is brought to you by Scotiabank. Scotiabank, the official bank of the OJHL. Hey, welcome back to the OJ Today. So this one definitely came out of left field. The Toronto Patriots were cruising right along last week, leading the South Division and looking utterly dominant in the process. And they were home and cooled out last Friday, hosting the Brampton Admirals at Westwood Arena. It's possible, though, they were just a little too relaxed in their approach. After all, Brampton does sit last place in the South. But the Admirals have shown all season long that they're a scrappy bunch that never say die. And the Patriots learned that lesson the hard way, and one of the season's biggest surprises so far. At puck drop, 29 points separated these two squads in the standings, but this was all Brampton from the start. 3:50 in, Deacon Holmes, the point shot, finding daylight, and it's 1-0 Admirals. 6:10 later, Christos Rodas, the Grecian assassin, sent in on the breakaway. Nice finish. 21 goals on the season now for the OJHL All-Star. 2-0 Brampton. The Pats managed to get one back on the power play. Connor Cole taking his time with it and picking his spot past Sean Wu. And the Pats cut the deficit to a single goal. 48 seconds later, though, Ethan Allaire will restore the Admirals' 2-goal leads. And then late in the frame, Rodas grabbing his second of the contest, banking it in off Mario Pescia. 4-1 Brampton after 20. What the heck was going on? Second stanza, they kept coming. Nice passing here. And it's Rodas out front picking up the Hattie. And he would grab a late empty netter as well to make it 4 on the day for Christos as Brampton shocks the Pats, blowing them out 9-5. Okay, this was another blowout. Burlington in North York, all Cougars in the first period. First, it's Ethan Grant in tight, beating Eli Schiller to make it 1-0 for the visitors. And then 5 minutes later, Burlington on the 4-on-3 power play, Keenan Stewart wraps home the big rebound, and 2-0 Cougars with much more to come. 4 minutes after that, watch the little pass here from Aiden Grant to Joel Hottrop. Oh, so pretty. 3-0 Cougars at the break. Second period, the Rangers do snap the shutout at least. Takes them a few whacks at it out front. But finally, Austin Brimmer jams it past Zach Deitz. He cuts it to 3-1. Burlington just too strong on this day, though. Brendan Rylott getting tippy with it out front. He makes it 4-1, and this pretty much summed up North York's day. This play, everything going wrong. Schiller serving it up on a platter for Harrison Cottam, who dines out. 5-1 at that point. It got worse. Did it ever? Burlington destroying the Rangers, 9-2 your final. One more for you. Stick around for the very end of this one. It was crazy. Oakville and Markham. It certainly looked as if an upset was brewing in the first. Johnny Ulickney right out front. Easy peasy. Into the open cage, and the Royals lead 1-0. 5 minutes later, Zach Sirota continuing to terrorize opponents. Nice little toe drag here. Boom. What a finish. And Zach puts the home squad up 2-0. They add to it in the second frame, and it's another Zach attack right on the doorstep to clean up the garbage here. Power play marker for Sirota. Royals fully in control, up 3-0, right? That lady, she ain't singing quite yet, though. These are the defending OJHL champs we're talking about. Jacob King gets Oakville on the board midway through the second. And then it's Cam Garvey making it 3-2 shortly after. This one would end up going deep into the third when the Blades would pull their goalie looking for the equalizer. Take it away, Joe Montezano.
Wrist shot off the side of the goal. They've taken out their goalie as Oakville. 6-on-5 shot, scores! Garvey ties it up.
Yeah, Joe with a great call. Ties it up late, and then just 14 seconds after that, Justin Rentawa tips it home to give Oakville the improbable comeback win. Call it a collapse by Markham. Call it a huge comeback by Oakville. You'd be right on both counts. What a game. 4-3 final. OJ standings now brought to you by Jostens, the official ring and awards provider to the OJHL. In the West, we start. Oakville still a slim lead. It's going to be like that all season, it looks like. Over the Cougars in second place. To the north we go. Stouffville and Collingwood tied on top, although the Spirit do have 3 games in hand over the Colts. In the south, the Patriots, 4-point lead over the JRCs, who are sticking right with them in second place. And out east, it's Trenton over top of Wellington now, after Wellington is on a 4-game slide. That's hurt them a bit, followed by Whitby, Cobourg, and the Lindsay Muskies. Top 5 brought to you by Cliff Bar, the official energy bar of the Ontario Junior Hockey League. No big standouts like in recent weeks, but still some good stuff. Patriots, pretty passing, and Connor Cole. Nice finish against the Chargers. The number 4, Markham's Zach Sirota against Oakville. Pretty little toe drag, and then top shelf for the sweet marker. That made it 2-0 at that point. Number 3, Sebastian Tumburo of the Aurora Tigers. Don't blink. Some malicious intent behind that shot. Beauty for the Tigers against the Colts. Number 2, more pretty passing. Georgetown against Wellington. The Raiders will go tic-tac-toe, and that proved to be the game winner in a big upset over the Dukes. And number 1, it's Damon Beaver stealing the top spot yet again against Pickering this time. Brett Benham on the breakaway. Beaver says, not today. Sprawls to make the gorgeous stop. And that is our Cliff Bar play of the week. And that's all the time we've got for this week. But just remember, you can always keep up to date with the league by heading to ojhl.ca. And of course, all of your social media options are right there for you to explore as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.